What's up guys, Chief Yeti here, and in today's video I'm going to show you the best arena deck for arenas 1, 2 and 3 to help all you beginners out there. So I started this on a new account and I'm going to be building this account up for my videos on the channel. Now as you can see here, I have the Knight, the Archers, the Bomber, the Arrows, Valkyrie, the Prince, the Musketeer and the Goblins. Now I chose these cards out of beginner cards that you get, mainly because of what they can do and who they can counter out of what most popular cards you see. So for example, if they throw down a giant, you can simply counter it with the archers and the goblins. Now the way to win is to push for a tower with the prince. Nice and fast, great card. As you can see by my favourite card, Prince is by far my favourite on this for the early arenas. It's a great way to push for those arena tower damage and get that win. So as you can see from my activity, currently with this deck I'm on 10 games without any defeat. Came pretty close here on the draw, but just before the 10 wins I did lose obviously, and I was actually on another 8 win streak. So this is actually a pretty good deck for doing these early arenas, and I'll show you why. A couple of replays right now. So right here, as you can see, Papadino is using the giant skeleton, the spear goblins, musketeer, few of the popular cards that you're going to see in the arenas on the early stages. So I'm going to go ahead and show you this game and how I won this one. Now as you can see, my starting hand, I haven't got my prince yet, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and rotate through the cards as quick as possible while using my elixir carefully to get to my prince. So as you can see, I pop down the musketeer to see what it actually do. So as I can see, he actually placed down the Valkyrie. So I'm going to make sure that I place down my Valkyrie and the archers, one to go onto the left just to pop a couple of shots onto his tower if I can, and one to defend while I pop my Valkyrie at the same time. And as you can see here, I've got my prince. So first prince is always a test prince, and if this giant wasn't in the way, I normally use it as a way just to see how they're going to defend against it. So your first one's always like a dummy subject. You basically want to see what they're going to pop down to defend. Normally 9-10 times out of 10 it's going to be skeleton army. So what you want to do is you want to make sure you either spawn the Valkyrie in first in front of your prince, or you spawn the prince in and make sure you've got enough elixir to pop your arrows on. And what you want to do is, as your prince gets just onto their half, you simply want to pop your arrows right where it's going to be and right where they would pop their skeleton army. So as you can see here, I'm not that bothered about his giant skeleton on the right side there dealing damage to my tower and come along to my main tower. Because what I'm actually going to do is that I know I can beat him just by out damaging him. So you'll find a lot in the early arenas, most people don't really know what to place down and when to place them down and what counters what. So the best way you can actually win quite a lot of your games is just all out attack, and that's why the prince is really good in these early arenas. As you can see there, simple 3-crown victory, nice and easy. So again, another one here. Now spawners normally are my nemesis. These goblin huts, barbarian huts, anything like that where they spawn constant troops always do my head in, and I normally always lose against people with spawners. But this is one of the ones where I actually did win. So again, as you can see, I started and I don't have the prince, but I know it's coming next. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my archers there behind my main tower, just to split them up. And I'm going to pop my prince straight away, as usual, just to see what he does to defend. Obviously, he popped his giant skeleton at the same time. So I'm just going to rush forward and make sure that I take that giant skeleton out. So now I'm going to try and rotate as quick as possible back around to my prince so I can push again. Now as you can see actually there, when I placed that musketeer down, I actually didn't place it too far enough to the left to actually defend against these spear goblins. That's what I actually wanted to do, instead it actually went to the right. So I've got my prince again, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to test it again, just to see what it's going to put down in the way of defending. But I noticed he actually didn't defend it, which was kind of unusual. I mean, you'll see this actually quite a lot in the early games. People just don't defend against the prince. They tend to just leave it out there. And that's where it's really good. As you can see, I've got a tower and he hasn't. So he's going to pop his prince. So I'm going to go ahead and pop my Valkyrie. I actually popped my goblins too early. What I should have done is waited and popped them just behind so I could get some damage in while the Valkyrie's got the attention of the prince. So again, as you can see, got my prince in my hand again. Just going to save up my elixir again. Let my knight go in there, just do a little bit of damage to his tower. And I'm going to push for the 3-crown victory. Just going to go in there solo. Normally I try to back it up with some sort of AoE damage just to make sure that he can't do anything. But as I know that he's not got any skeleton army, I'm literally just going to leave it on his own. He's really good. As you can see, his main tower there, straight down to 531 HP. Going to pop his prince and try and save his game if he can in the last few seconds. But unfortunately, he's got no choice. And he's going to try again on the opposite lane with his mini P.E.K.K.A. So now I know that nothing he can do, I'm literally just going to pop my prince constantly and keep pushing towards getting that 3-crown victory. So I'm going to start spamming troops into his half. Now normally I'd advise against spamming troops in their half. It makes it easier for them to defend, as you always want to defend when the troops are in your half. But as I know I can deal with the damage before he can, I'm just going to push for it. So let me know in the comments, guys, what you think of this deck, and if you have any personal suggestions on what you think is a better deck for the first 3 arenas, let me know in the comments below. Remember to hit that like button, guys, and subscribe for more Clash Royale.